What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I am Vincent Paul, and on this channel we talk everything e-moto related. Today I have a quick and easy how-to tips and trick video for you guys. I've had a lot of questions on how to bleed the factory Vetra front brakes, and today I'm gonna show you. Just creep on by. Referring back to the last video, when you see people on the trail, just casually ride by. Don't cause a scene, that way he won't get so pissed off about it. Was that? All right, let's get into it. Pedestrians out of the way. So why would you want to bleed your factory brakes? Probably notice after about 200 miles or so on your freshy Arctic Leopard or Vetra Blazer, your lever feel has started to diminish. Pretty much gone to non-existent mode, or you just feel like it's taking a lot more pressure for you to stop than it did before. One, check your pads, obviously, but two, it's maybe time to check your brake fluid. Another key indicator, there is a window on the front of this master cylinder. If you look at it and it's foggy or hazy looking, which mine did look like that from the factory, so just keep that in the back of your mind. Then it's time to replace brake fluid. The process is pretty simple, but because they share a mountain bike system mixed in with a normal DOT4 system, there's a few tricks that you're gonna have to do. One, it will require a mountain bike bleeding kit. I will link it down below in the description for you guys. It's a generic one I used off Amazon, and I mainly only got that kit because I need the syringes out of it and the brass fittings, so keep that in mind. Two, you will need brake fluid of your choice. You can use whatever .4 fluid you want to use. Personally, I went with the Motul 600 RBF. It is tried and true. I've used it plenty of times in the past and high-end motorcycles, so I would 10 out of 10 highly recommend Motul. Oh my god, I normally hit this in Mode 2 and I just hit that in 3, about flew off the seat. Whew. That's why I love Mode 3 though. It has plenty of power just to pull it up at 35. Chill out for these walkers. So number 3, specialty tool, you will need security Torx bits. They are different from your traditional Torx bits. You will need a size T10 security Torx bit, and the only thing that really makes it a security is it's got a hole in the center of the Torx bit. You're gonna need that for these 2 bolts on your top cap. I recommend getting it in the screwdriver because you will use that same T10 fitting on your caliper, because there is a bleed port on your caliper as well that will use the exact same fitting. It doesn't have to be security bit on that one, but it's the same size. I love doing the little John Hicks stairs test. All right, so you're ready to bleed your Vetra brakes. First things first, remove your top cap. I would put a bunch of rags around everything you don't want brake fluid to touch and eat up. Brake fluid is very corrosive. It will eat up any paint or anything you have around here. Once you remove your top cap, you have a couple of options. Either remove the wheel completely, or you can remove the caliper itself and do it that way. So I ended up pulling my calipers off and taking my brake pads out because I didn't want any brake fluid getting onto the onto the brake pads, because that would just pretty much ruin your brake pads right there. There we go, a little less off the jump. Oh, about Indonesia'd on that one. I am cruising around in Mode 3. I normally do my stunts and stuff in Mode 2. So once you have your caliper removed, your brake pads out, however you decide to do it, make sure you cover everything you do not want brake fluid to get onto. Now it is time. Oh, that was sick. Grab your syringes from the mountain bike kit. You're gonna have to find the fitting that fits into the bleed port that will attach to the syringe. I can't recall, I don't remember if they're labeled or anything, but pretty much I just tried every fitting until I found the one that screws into it. You're gonna unbolt the T10 bleed screw that's on your caliper, remove that screw, screw on the adapter from the bleed kit. Once that's attached, attach the syringe to said adapter and you are ready to rock. Make sure nobody touches that lever, and make sure you're monitoring how much brake fluid is in the reservoir, because while you're using the syringe to pull out the dirty old fluid, you want to be topping it off with the brand new fluid as well, and keep repeating that cycle until the fluid is nice and clean coming out on the other end. You will have to cycle between syringes, so it is going to get a little messy, but That's why there's two of them. Just kind of keep a can near you. When one gets full, empty that one, swap it to the other, and just keep repeating the process. So keep repeating that process until the fluid you're pulling out is clean, just like the new .4 fluid, and also no air bubbles are coming out of it as well. At that point, you're good to go for reassembly. Screw your bleed port back on, fill your reservoir back up, and close your top cap. So after you put everything back together, if you don't have lever feel still, it may require just a traditional manual bleed to get whatever residual air in the system out. Now the way you want to do this is you want to take your reservoir cap back off, make sure you're filled with fluid, pump your brakes a few times, and then hold it completely tight. While you have it held down completely all the way, have somebody crack the bleed port on whatever caliper you're working on. Some fluid will shoot out, close the bleed port, and repeat this process, and make sure you keep your reservoir topped off until your lever feel is 100% back to normal. If you've done all that and you still have a little bit of free play in your lever, last method you can try if you still don't have the lever feel you're looking for is grab a zip tie, place it around the lever, and close it completely tight up against the bar. Leave that overnight. Any trapped air in the lines and in the system will get forced up to the top, and hopefully your lever feel will be back to normal. I actually ended up having to do that to mine because I did all the steps I just told you guys and still had a little bit of play in my lever, which I didn't like. So did the zip tie trick. Everything was back to normal. Oh yeah. So hopefully that brings back your lever feel. Hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of clarity on how to perform a brake bleed on the Vetra. It definitely helps out 100%. This procedure is pretty much going to apply to Arctic Leopard, Vetra Blazer, Throne, Serpent, anything with these style of brakes. I really appreciate all the feedback on last week's video, all the comments. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. I hope you guys found a little bit of value in that video. Definitely got to hear a bunch of other people's concerns as well as far as what they hate on the Vetra. It's weird. Hey Bubba. Hello. Let's just vibe out. Sick powder coat, bro. Thank you, man. Y'all be safe. Damn, I feel kind of bad. I didn't compliment his homie's bike, but I didn't know what it was. See, this is where I need to start my fishing channel right here. E-moto and fish right here. I could just attach it to my bike and fish from right here. That is pretty cool. Or if those electric jet boats get back to us, we have a place to perfectly dock them. Yeah, definitely let me know, guys, if you guys want to see more of my Vinny's hot takes, just like the last video talking about Surron-style and the issues that I had with him. It was actually pretty fun to record and just go out there and rant. And now knowing that it sparked some of your interests, I think we can make it up the hill from the bottom. And up. Still got it. The more you know, it's actually easier to wheelie uphill than it is straight or downhill. So I don't know if that really speaks to my ability or not. Fucking guy. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. Please like, hype, hit the subscribe button for your boy, help the channel out. It supports me more than you guys will ever know. Until the next week's video, take care of yourself, do something nice for somebody, and most importantly, ride safe. Love you guys, bye.